In the series of retro reviews, we always go back to a game that belongs to its era. But what if a game feels out of place, out of time? Well, today I'm going to tell you about a little weird phenomena that happened in Poland. The year 2000 was almost ending. Fantastic games like Diablo 2, Deus Ex, The Sims came out and becoming cult classics. Everyone played them, or at least heard about them, but on almost every PC in this country, an anomaly was installed alongside those titles. Everyone had it, everyone played it, and it was a plague installed on every home, office or school PC. But why do I think that mysterious game was weird and out of place? Well, while most new games came out on CDs, even multiple, pushing graphics to the limit, this thing was handed to me on a floppy disk. And if you're thinking, the only game that would fit on a floppy disk would be an MS-DOS game, you'd be correct. The title that took this country by storm and overshadowed almost any game that came out was Deluxe Ski Jump, published by Mediamond and programmed by Jussi Koskela. I have no idea if I read the name correctly or not, but I don't care. Someone will probably correct me in the comments section, possibly multiple people. It was an MS-DOS game released in 1999 with a second version, Deluxe Ski Jump 2, being released in 2001, which was basically an enhanced version of the first one. As the title suggests, it was a game about ski jumping, and that's pretty much it. It wasn't a slew of Winter Olympic sports games in a single game, nope. So why did it become such a huge hit around here, and a cult classic? Well, first let's look at the game itself. Starting up the game, we'll play a whooshing sound of the wind and present you with the game's logo. After that, you're dropped into the main menu that features no music but allows you to select a small number of options, such as starting a World Cup, Team Cup, practice jumps, view high scores and set records, play replays, configure sound or exit the game. For the first timers, I recommend visiting Practice Mode and selecting one of the 32 available hills to play on, or 37 if you have the Polish edition, which had some extra hills from Poland. A quick load and you see yourself on top of the ski jump, sitting on the launching pad. A chime gives you the signal that you can launch off your jump. Here's a simplified explanation on how to play. After the signal plays, you can click to launch yourself off and start sliding down. Once you're near the end, you'll have to press both mouse buttons to jump off, then adjust the angle of your body in flight using the mouse. Finally, you can land in 3 different ways. You can press a single mouse button to land telemark style, you can press both buttons at once to land both skis at the same time, or you can fail and watch your jumper tumble down the hill in pain and agony. You also have to take wind into the consideration, and that's it. It takes very little time to get used to the game and it's pretty easy to pick up and just play. Depending on how far you land and with which style, you'll be awarded with an appropriate number of points. The presentation is very nice and quite simple. It looks 3D, but my bet is that it's actually 2.5D made to look like 3D environment. There's not a lot of variation though, all hills, trees and the model of the ski jump look all the same, except sometimes the colors are different on the jump itself. It's not a game with high system requirements, it would probably be difficult to find a system that won't run this game. After you're done getting hang of the game, you can choose one of the 2 main game modes, World Cup or Team Cup. The World Cup pits players against each other to score the best, but allows you to freely customize the amount of human players and AI ones. You can also customize player names and colors of the costumes, which is a nice touch. You can have up to 16 players, and what's interesting is that you can make all of them just be the AI and watch the computer play the game. But it also means you can have 16 people play in a hot seat mode, which is neat. You can also customize which hills are available in the World Cup and whether it's a double cup, which makes you play on the same hills twice. So yeah, 37 hills with a double cup and 16 players would make it a nightmare to play. An everlasting session of ski jumping. Every player in the World Cup has 2 jumps and the points are summed up at the end of each hill. The more points you get on the hill, the more points in the championship you'll get. The Team Cup is pretty similar, but this time you can have up to 4 teams with every team having 4 players, but the scoring system is pretty much the same. During the game you can also replay the jumps and save your favorite ones so you can share them with your friends and boast how good you are at the game. So now that I've shown the game, and it probably doesn't really look all that special, where did the whole hype for it come from? The game appeared in the right place in the right time. Around the year 2000, a ski jumper from Poland named Adam Małysz has been doing pretty good in various competitions. People started noticing that and got hooked in the whole ski jumping thing. In fact, he did so well that he won the 49th Four Hills tournament. That ensured you could not escape the ski jumping craze in the media. Every kid wanted to be him. He became a new idol. But since kids cannot go ski jumping, they started searching for ski jumping games and they found Deluxe Ski Jump. The low system requirements, easy gameplay, and the fact that it took less than a single megabyte of hard disk drive made it spread like a virus among kids and teenagers. It was a hit during IT classes. You could always find a bunch of kids hunched in front of a single computer in the computer lab, taking turns trying to jump as far as they can. You could bring it on a floppy, you could find it on CDs of gaming magazines, or you could even find it online and download it with the crappiest of connections. And looking back at it now, it might have been one of the first games that showed me that graphics don't matter much if the gameplay is fun, and Deluxe Ski Jump excelled at that. Even though it was surrounded by technological masterpieces, it was just pure fun, no strings attached. If you want to give the game a go, you can still buy it. MediaMont's website is still up and running and offers Deluxe Ski Jump 2, 3 and 4 for sale. Later games, while they had improved graphics, they came with the problem of being a little bit more complex, and that put off many players who just stuck to the second version, which for many in Poland is a timeless classic. And that's about it for this story of a single, simple MS-DOS game that in the year 2000, while being surrounded by 3D masterpieces, captured the hearts of a whole generation. Thanks for watching.